Houston. Reuters. Oil fell for a third day on Tuesday as the U.S. dollar rose to its highest in more than a week in the wake of a sharp sell-off on Wall Street and other stock markets, a global rout that wiped out $4 trillion in value. The crude market remains in positive territory for the year thus far, even after Wall Street stocks on Monday posted the largest one-day fall since late 2011. Brent crude futures LCOC1 for April delivery settled down 76 cents, or 1.12% at $66.86 a barrel, after touching a session low of $66.53, the lowest since Jan. 2. U.S. West Texas Intermediate futures CLC1 dipped 76 cents, or 1.18%, to settle at $63.39 a barrel, the lowest since Jan. 22. Crude was acting like a puppet with the equity markets and dollar acting as the puppeteer, said Brian LaRose, senior technical analyst at ICAP. The benchmark U.S. stock index, the S26 oil has shed 5.2%. U.S. stocks eventually rebounded in volatile afternoon trading. Major indexes rose more than 1% in a drastic swing after starting the session 2% lower from Monday. The difference between the high and low for the Dow on Tuesday was more than 1,000 points. With so much volatility in the equity markets, people don't trust that rebound. Anytime you get a 1,500-point move in one day, that's going to spook markets, said Philip Streibel, senior market strategist at RJO Futures in Chicago. Oil's inverse relationship to the dollar, whereby a stronger currency makes it more expensive for non-U.S. investors to buy dollar-denominated assets, has reasserted itself this week, with the greenback up 1% since Feb. 1. DXY graphic, global markets since S.
The prompt futures contract is trading well above those for delivery further in the future less than 0.
Graphic, Brent crude oil futures, Reut.rs/2BCSNLW closing parenthesis. Oil prices have also been supported by a 1.8 million barrels per day (BPD) cut in supply by the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries and Russia, AS, OPEC, OPEC, U. Still, rising U.S. supply has pressured oil. The U.S. Energy Information Administration said on Tuesday it expects domestic crude oil production in 2018 to rise by 1.26 million barrels per day (BPD) to 10.59 million barrels of oil per day this year. Last month, it expected a 970,000 barrels of oil per day year-over-year increase to 10.27 million barrels of oil per day. A preliminary poll by Reuters showed analysts expected weekly data to show that U.S. crude inventories last week rose for a second straight week. AS, USOILC equals ECI Industry Group to the American Petroleum Institute will issue its data on stocks on at 4:30 p.m. EST, followed by official figures from the U.S. Energy Department on Wednesday morning. Additional reporting by Amanda Cooper in London and Henning Gloystein in Singapore, editing by David Gregorio. Our standards. The Thomson Reuters Trust Principles.